Everyone's still curious what Changyun saw the other day. Wow, everyone got here so early.
The sun is shining bright today. As soon as that leaf floats past Stonegate, we shall reveal today's poetry theme.
The theme of the second day of the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala is pairing couplets.
Pairing couplets? Oh, I've heard of that. It's a Liyue art form where you have to create new lines of poetry based on fixed rules. Kind of like a fill-in-the-blanks game, but for poetry.
Heaven and earth, rain and wind, the endless sky and the boundless land, forest borers and ocean shrimp, lavender melons and matsutake shrooms. Based on a given line of poetry, you must create the second line to form a pair, or couplet. As long as you take inspiration from the wide world around you, you'll find it's not so difficult after all. The two lines should be neatly matched, complementing each other both semantically and rhythmically. In essence, it's just like most other forms of poetry.
To buoy your imaginations and allow the winds of inspiration to fill your sails, we've added an additional component, an inspiration walk.
An inspiration walk?
By inspiration walk, we simply mean wandering around in the wild, taking in the scenery and pocketing any poetic thoughts. Of course, to all our friends, old and new, please be careful while out and about. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is already fully booked for the month ahead, and if there's any more demand, I'll be the only one with a smile on my face.
In short, please roam freely as the mood takes you. Enjoy the spectacular scenery of our two beautiful nations and fill your imaginations with the most pleasing of poetry. We will all reconvene here tonight. Traveler, can you round up Xingqiu, Changyun, and the Mondstadt contingent? I have a favor to ask of you.
Oh, is it that thing from yesterday?
Thanks. I'm counting on you. So, we hope that each of you can keep an eye out for this while you're out on your inspiration walk.
Are you sure this is okay? It was just something I ran into, and now we're imposing my business on everyone else.
Oh, please don't say that, Mr. Changyun. Master Jean ordered us to work with you however we can to improve cooperation. Helping each other out is exactly what we're here for.
Besides, investigating any strange occurrences near Mondstadt and making a report to the Knights of Avonius is also part of our job.
I don't mind either, because while we're out, I can look for new cocktail ingredients too. Just think of it like an outing with friends. It'll be fun.
The way I see it, you should just humbly accept their willingness to help.
All right. In that case, thank you all very much. I will be sure to repay your kindness someday.
Now, how about we split into two groups for the day?
You mean to cover more ground?
Not just that. Don't forget, this is still part of the Poetry Gala. If we all see the same sights and sounds during our inspiration walk, how can we write unique poems?
That's true. But how do we decide who goes in which group?
Why don't we draw lots?
Yeah! That'll make things even more fun.
Drawing lots? But what if I end up with the Liyue crowd, and I can't think of anything to say to them?
I've got the slips of paper here. Who wants to go first?
Oh, Paimon! Paimon wants to go first.
Okay, so that's the Traveler, Paimon, Diona, and Changyun in one group, and Xingqiu, Mika, and Noelle in the other.
What a relief. At least I'll have Noelle with me.
Then I humbly place myself at your instruction.
Oh, I don't think... that won't be...
I also await your guidance.
Take care, everyone. See you all tonight.
Did anyone forget to bring anything? If not, then...
Wow. Are those ears and tail real? So fluffy. All right. Miss Diona, is there some place in particular you would like to go?
Just call me Diona. Since we're trying to find that thing you saw, why don't we start with the place you saw it last time?
Captain? Hey, quit messing around.
A brash material. Let's move out.
Right over there, next to the water. That's where I saw it. But it was a little foggy at the time, so I didn't get a clear look.
The view from here is great, but there's kind of a gloomy atmosphere around here. Is this the kind of place you like to take a
I wasn't taking a walk. I come here to train.
train? Like how knights train for combat?
It's a bit different. As an exorcist of Liyue, my training involves practicing techniques for the exorcism of...
Exorcism?
I've always wanted to demonstrate the power of exorcism, but... it's a pity. I've never actually gotten the chance.
Changyun is 1 in a million! He has pure Yang's... Huh? Isn't that a good thing?
It's awful. Have you ever heard of an exorcist that's never seen an evil spirit? A lot of people think I'm a fraud because of this condition of mine.
Your physical constitution is far rarer than the techniques still passed down by exorcists today. You should treasure it.
Conqueror of demons.
Is that a friend of yours? Yep, this is Xiao, an Adeptus of Liyue! An Adeptus? Wow, I've never seen one of those before. Hello, Mr. Adeptus?
Just call me Shao.
So, are you here to train too? Or are you out for an inspiration walk?
When I heard about the exorcist's encounter, my suspicions were roused. That's why I'm here. I've already informed the owner of the inn. If you see anything out of the ordinary, return immediately and leave it to me.
I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to drag even the Conqueror of Demons into this.
I have already patrolled the area and found nothing amiss. Either the anomaly you encountered was no evil spirit, or perhaps it already left.
I guess that means we came all this way for nothing.
If there's no other business, I'll be taking my leave now.
Yeah, you should come! There's no one else around here anyway, so you don't need to worry!
But
I would also be honored if you joined us, Adeptus Shao. It is a rare opportunity, and I have many questions about exorcising evil spirits that...
fine.
Seems like this Adeptus is pretty shy. Or maybe... Oh, Team Changyun has a new member! Yay!
What? When did this become my team? Now that Adeptus Xiao is joining us, if anyone's team leader,
Don't overthink it! Diona, didn't you say you wanted to find some new...
Yeah, I don't get to come to Liyue very often, so I want to gather some... I've heard that Liyue's Jueyun chilies can set your throat on fire. Is that true? I'm gonna...
Uh-huh. Julian, I'm not sure that would taste...
Really? Perfect! Let's go...
What the...
As well as Jueyun chilies, I also need some slime condensate or loach pearls.
Are those really fit for human consumption? This is starting to sound like something Xiangling would make.
Move out.
Right over there, next to the water. That's where I saw it. But it was a little foggy at the time, so I didn't get a clear look.
The view from here is great, but there's kind of a gloomy atmosphere around here. Is this the kind of place you like to take a walk?
I wasn't taking a walk. I come here to train.
Train? Like how knights train for combat?
It's a bit different. As an exorcist of Liyue, my training involves practicing techniques for the exorcism of evil spirits.
Exorcism?
I've always wanted to demonstrate the power of exorcism, but it's a pity. I've never actually gotten the chance.
Changyun is 1 in a million. He has pure yang spirit, so as soon as he gets close, evil spirits run and hide.
Huh? Isn't that a good thing?
It's awful. Have you ever heard of an exorcist that's never seen an evil spirit? A lot of people think I'm a fraud because of this condition of mine.
Your physical constitution is far rarer than the techniques still passed down by exorcists today. You should treasure it.
Conqueror of demons.
Is that a friend of yours? Yep, this is Xiao, an adeptus of lit.
An adeptus?
Hello.
Just call me Shao.
So, are you here to train too?
When I heard about the exorcist's encounter, I've already informed. I have already patrolled the area and found nothing.
I guess that means we came all this way for nothing.
If there's no other business, I'll be taking my leave now.
Yeah, you should.
But
I would also be honored if you joined us, Adeptus.
fine.
Seems like this Team Chongyun has a new member.
What?
Don't overthink. Yeah, I've heard that. Really?
What?
As well as Jueyun chilies, I also need some slime condensate or loach pearls.
Are those really fit for human consumption? This is starting to sound like something Shangli would make.
I'm here. Let's go.
A touch of frost!
On the rocks. Okay, this should be enough.
Diona, you seem really committed to, making alcoholic drinks available.
What? No, when grown-ups drink so, I'm... yeah?
But,
Are you calling me? Just you wait.
oh no. Is she really?
If her claims are true, perhaps she too, but
I don't see how it could have any.
no. I sense no trace of the demonic in her. Although there are traces of something else. Something rather special. In Liyue, we might say this child has adeptal affinity.
It's ready. Here, I made one for Xiao too.
Oh boy. Look at that color.
What's wrong? You're not allergic. Don't worry. There isn't even any alcohol in it. It's a slime condensate base with a seasoning of Jueyun chili.
Surely there's no way this can possibly. Xiao downed it in a single gulp. Oh, great. Oh.
Chongyun drank his too.
This drink is...
Delicious! It does have a touch of Jueyun chili, but it isn't at all overpowering. It's completely different from Xiangling's cooking or those drinks Xingqiu makes to mess with me. It's crisp and refreshing with just a hint of numbness, and the Jueyun chili flavor combines with the smooth but not slimy texture of the frog legs to form a heavenly mixture. And oh, the slimes! Can we talk about the slimes? Before this, I never knew that they had such a...
That's right. Slimes are absolutely Oh, I failed again. But wait, what's gotten into Chongyun? He's been so quiet up until...
I'm great, and I gotta try another. Diona, if you please, one more. I'm sorry. I can't believe I let you all see me like that.
It's fine. My fault for not checking your spice tolerance first. Oh, looks like this pure yang spirit isn't such a great thing to have after all.
Actually, before I drank it, I very much doubted what you said about your drinks.
Who'd have thought it? Diona and Chongyun are actually kinda similar. Xiao? What's wrong?
Look over there.
You mean the leaf?
Something's written on it.
What? You can see that from over here? Oh yeah, or it'll get swept away.
There's a poem written on it. The Conqueror of Demons has truly
Let Paimon see! It sounds like the...
Although the following lines suggest that they didn't.
Why write a poem on a fallen leaf? The flowing waters are ruthless. It makes no sense to me.
That's true. When there's things that you're unable to.
Is it kind of like wishing at a fountain? I used to do that sometimes when I was... So, that you think?
But we don't know who wrote.
Why not go upstream?
Upstream? Why?
The ink looks fresh. It can't have been written too long. This withered leaf floated down with the current. If we travel further upstream and drop a leaf into the same waters, it should be carried down past the original writer.
Cool! Aw, this is so romantic! Communicating with a mystery. But how do we make sure that they'll receive it?
We can write extra copies and drop the leaves in different places. As they say, where there's a will, there's a way.
Either way, it's our only option.
Then let's make like a tree and head upstream!
Uphill battle.
Upstream, upstream, up we go! Oh, did you think of what to write yet? Ooh, great! Now give it here, and Paimon will toss it into the water.
Things you never had the chance to say before it was too late. When silence is the final word, we mourn the loss of things unheard. I have little talent for, nor knowledge of poetry.
The leaf's in the water! Look, it's like a little boat! Merrily, merrily down the stream.
We should probably pick up the pace. We still have a few more leaves to set af-
Okay, let's go! What's this? You two having a private chat?
No, it's nothing. I just hope this isn't all in vain.
The scenery here is quite beautiful. Let's pause here to seek some inspiration.
Should we set up camp? Oh, please wait a moment. I'll pitch the tent.
It's an inspiration walk. There's no need for all that.
Okay, well, I'll conduct reconnaissance nearby to ensure this area is safe and see if I can't scavenge any firewood or food while I'm at it.
Wait, reconnaissance?
It means survey the environment and plan our route forward. It's the foundation of all operations while out in the wild.
Are all inspiration walks in Mondstadt this complicated? They're acting like this is completely normal. Am I the weirdo here? In that case, I'll conduct reconnaissance with Mika.
Huh? Oh, okay then. Crumbs. Now I have to try and make small talk. Should I mention the scenery? The weather?
Very well. Then leave the camp to me.
So, Xingqiu, do you, go on inspiration walks often, or?
I do. I always get bored when I'm cooped up at home, so I head out for a stroll. Life gets busy. You have to steal a moment of leisure when you can.
Cool. Oh, over there, firewood.
Body and mind.
Providing cover fire. With this wood and the food I brought along, we can definitely put together a decent lunch.
You've got quite a knack at wilderness survival. I'll give you that.
Thanks. I was on an expedition with the Grandmaster of the Knights of Favonius for a while, not too long ago. I was in charge of surveying and mapping.
Oh? You sound like a character from an adventure novel. Charging across the world, sword in hand.
What? No, I'm nowhere near as amazing as all that. If I really run into a powerful enemy, I always leave it for someone stronger to deal with.
You're too modest, Mika. A hero is measured not by the blood on his sword, but by what's in his heart. As long as a righteous heart that yearns to aid others beats within your chest, no matter where you go or what you have achieved, you may be called a hero.
That all sounded pretty profound. I've never even thought about any of that before.
Hello? Are you okay? Maybe we should return. Let's no-
You're back! Did everything go smoothly? Do you need a cloth to wipe the sweat from your brow?
No need, thanks. All clear. There's no danger in the vicinity. Noelle, your cooking is amazing. Every single...
Truly astounding. I never imagined it was possible to enjoy such a satisfying meal in the great outdoors.
Really? Then what do you usually eat when you're out on an inspiration walk?
Oh, well, since I usually sneak out from home, I just grab some dried snacks to take with me. Add in whatever fruit I pick along the way, and...
By sneaking out, you mean running away from home?
That's right. Or sometimes I'll tell a cover story like, I'm going out to take care of business.
But if you get caught, won't you get disciplined?
So, just don't get caught.
Anyway, did anything interesting come up while you were out scouting?
Well, Xingqiu and I talked about what it means to be a hero. Now that I think about it, by Xingqiu's definition, you should be considered a hero too, Noelle.
Huh? Me?
You're always happy to help everyone in the Knights of Favonius. Not only that, but whenever we're out training, you help out the citizens of Mondstadt. Oh, remember that time when a giant boulder was blocked?
Oh? Sounds like she has both.
Don't. Oh, please don't praise me like that.
Miss Hutao said something about pocketing our...
You can write about anything. Looking at Core Lapis, one can't help but...
So we have to connect our internal world.
Exactly. But that's just one. Perhaps you might gaze out at the bridge in the distance and see a woman leaning on the railing, looking as if her heart is laden by sorrows that even the...
Huh? Wait! I saw her at the gala yesterday. She wrote one of the riddles we answered. Why don't we go say hi?
Hello, ma'am. How fortuitous it is that we meet again.
Hello. Are you here on your inspiration walk too?
Yes. Allow me to introduce ourselves. I am Xingqiu, and this is Noelle and Mika.
Thank you for accepting our answer to your riddle yesterday.
Oh, don't mention it. It's all in good fun. I'm Caliroe.
So, Miss Caliroe, are you from Fontaine?
That's right. I was traveling in the area and just happened to see there was a poetry event being held at Stone Gate. It looked fun, so I thought I'd drop in.
Your riddle yesterday made quite an impression on me. It was uniquely evocative. Have you studied Liyue poetry before?
I haven't, actually. I've just picked up a few things here and there from chatting with people throughout my travels.
Amazing! So you're a natural poet.
We noticed you standing on the bridge from quite some distance away. Are you drawing poetic inspiration from the flowing current beneath your feet?
I haven't finished my poem yet. The water here was just so peaceful and calming. I stopped for a moment and lost myself.
Well, since we're all here, why not head back with us to the venue for tonight's...
Huh? Are you sure?
We can walk and talk. Perhaps the Ming...
I'd personally like to hear Miss Caliroe's couplet.
Well, if you're all in agreement, I've got no reason not to...
Woohoo! The first team is back. Right on... Huh? The others have yet to return?
Come on! Let's hurry!
Just how far did you all go?
Everyone catch your breath. Come on, deep breaths. 1, 2.
Paimon gets tired as she Oh, not to mention dropping all those leaves. Paimon's hands are cramping up. Sounds like someone needs to exercise more. Huh? You guys picked up a new teammate while you were out?
Indeed. This is Kelly Rowe. I believe you'll remember her from yesterday. Hi, everyone.
Hello, but you're not the only ones who's called in. Wait. Xiao, come on out!
Now that we've all regrouped, let's... Scratch that. Looks like we're
They say roosters crow at first light, and finches go to bed at night. But
Are the theatrics really necessary?
but my dear, dear Paimon, it seems you are not yet aware. That was not for my own sake, but for a...
Director whose manner is as exuberant as ever. It always makes quite an impression.
Oh boy! Now this is a surprise.
Mr. Zhongli, I hope you are well.
Xingqiu, what can you tell me about Mr. Zhongli? He seems like somebody very important.
Yes, he's held in very high regard in Liyue Harbor. He's extremely erudite in many different domains. Allow me to introduce you all to Zhang Li, a consultant at the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. His expertise is limitless, stretching from the celestial orbs to the terrestrial ores, spanning modern and ancient culture, delving into literature. He may be my subordinate, but he is certainly a qualified poetry expert, and so we have invited him here tonight.
The director exaggerates. I am but vaguely acquainted with a few lines of classical poetry. Should you consider me to be remiss in my appraisal of your own compositions, please correct.
Yeah, enough with the modesty already. If I didn't know better, I'd say you seemed nervous. Just focus on judging.
Please rest assured that I shall rise to the occasion, Director.
Let me do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great! Equal numbers on both sides.
Huh? Are you counting me too? Okay, fine. But consider this a favor.
With our Fontaine friend present, perhaps we should rename this event to the Three Nations Also, I'm just noticing that Paimon should only count as a half teammate at Well, how about this? I'll join in as well. Director Hu Tao. Naturally, the more the merrier. Being the host of the festival. Then it's settled. Everyone else in the audience, feel free to...
What about me? Shall I keep track of the score?
No need for that. The teams are just a formality. We're all friends here, and this isn't intended to...
I concur, Director. Moreover, it would be disingenuous to impose upon our... Since this is a congenial poetry gala, should we...
That's a relief.
Couldn't have asked for a better judge. Zhongli said everything I was supposed to say, only far more eloquently.
No problem. Friends old and new, put on your thinking caps and take a deep breath of fresh air. The second stage of our poetry gala will now commence. Matching couplets.
Perhaps I could break the ice with a humble contribution to it. Please listen to the first line in the couplet.
What? He managed to think of one already?
Shinue Kiosk. Should that be paired with Lily Pavilion? Or are they too similar for a couplet?
Shinue Kiosk. Contemporary tastes? Okay, I got something. Surrounded by history, outside a Tianheng Pass Pavilion.
Wow! Changyun completed the couplet!
Shinue Kiosk is a renowned modern restaurant, while the mountain pass of Tianheng is a prominent historical landmark. The imagery also contrasts rather well between the two halves of the couplet.
Huh? I was just describing what I experienced that day. All right then. I guess I'll start the next Mind pines for Mingyun. Flesh confined to Qingse. Spirit striding high on Zhiyun's cloud.
Oh, Changyun, you dark horse. Looks like you came to play today.
This conjures the image of one with lofty aspirations, whose life is limited to a small town, but who awaits the opportunity to one day ascend above the clouds. The use of
Oh! Soul shines like jade stone, dressed in finest silkwear.
Wow, how did Noelle do that?
a superb line. It employs the metaphor of precious stone to describe one of noble and moral character, with a pure and clear heart. The symbolism in this case is centered.
That was a commendable couplet.
All thanks to your guidance while we were out on our inspiration walk.
I'd like to start the next couplet. Up into the misty karst, down among the grassy...
Lotus seed and bird egg soup? What is it, Diona? Did you think of a second line for the couplet? No. Everyone's poems are so complicated. But when I heard lotus seed and bird egg soup...
North beyond the Starfell Lake, south across the windswept plains, just for berries squeezed and mint infused. No wonder everyone praises the traveler so highly. You answered so...
Both halves of this couplet require intimate knowledge of the terrain in question and the local plants that may be found there. The two of you...
Does this mean I helped? Meowza!
Hey now, Zhongli, don't just praise everything you hear. You should question and press them a bit. Don't worry about upsetting anyone. After all, I'm here to take the heat. Then allow me to try another. Qingxin has no heart. Still, it soothes the...
Is she talking about the medicinal effects of Qingxin?
Sweet dream is no dream, yet it nurtures people's dreams.
Sweet dream. Does that really match?
Since the suitability of the match has been queried, I shall act according to the director's wishes and ask you...
Oh, you mean eating a delicious dessert before bed will make you sleep well, right?
Then I agree. The two halves of the couplet match.
Points for me, points for thee. This judge gives out points for... But if you ask me, everyone's being a little too conventional so far.
Oh? In that case, why don't you finish this one for me, Hutap? Round moon in the heavens, full moon at night.
Oh, square meals in the basement. Big...
Huh? What?
We have ourselves a pedant's couplet. The two halves have no thematic connection, yet each word has its perfect parallel.
Blah, 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 blah. So verbose. Zhongli, just tell me if I got a pointer or not.
Of course you did. I presumed it went without saying.
Through Cheongji, I walked 100 miles. At Guili...
From vendors, I bought some 15 steaks. At dinner, I sizzled the...
Huh?
So that's a pedant's couplet. Paimon thinks she can do that too. I thought of one. Wolf hooks can't hook there. Aw, that's a cute couplet.
Sweet flowers can't outsweet Sister Barbara.
Huh?
Now, that's the passion we like to see. Although, unfortunately, you're a...
In that case, Whopper flowers can't whop jumpy...
Oh, this monster's got tap?
I'm so relieved. I at least...
Nestling by a roaring fire, scent of tea wafts from the stove, reading through the heart of clear springs.
Wow, Noelle came up with another one. Come on, match the couplet. Paimon, do you really think Paimon has what it takes? Fine, Paimon will give it a whirl. Nestling by a roaring fire, scent of tea wafts. Seething in the pouring rain, sword of pain swipes at my foot. What? Really?
Yes, very good. The image of challenging powerful foes and...
Really? Maybe Paimon has a knack for this after...
It appears that my services as a judge...
Paimon's so happy! Paimon managed to match a bunch of couplets at the end. You did hear them all, right?
I really
enjoyed myself too.
You were amazing today, Noelle. Paimon especially.
Miss Kelly Roy, are you okay? You look like...
Don't worry, I'm fine. Although, have all of you read?
I haven't actually read it.
My dad told me the story once. It's about a spring fairy and a young boy.
Oh, yes. The story of a spring fairy who left her homeland and met a boy under the moonlight in a faraway land. The boy poured out his heart to her, and she listened to his stories. Over time, the boy grew up and began to develop feelings for the spring fairy. But the spring fairy didn't understand human love and was afraid that making a promise to him... I don't know if Diona's father mentioned the part about the kid.
In the end, the spring fairy left the boy.
Oh, yes, that's it.
Sounds like a tragic tale.
So, what do you guys think of the spring fairy in the story?
I'm sure she made her decision with the best of intentions. But the boy...
Well, do you think she should go back and see that boy again? If she ever had another chance?
Now? But isn't he an old man by the end of the story?
Isn't it a bit late? What if it just led to more regrets? Oh, sorry. Oh, maybe I'm...
If Paimon was that boy... Actually, Paimon would definitely want to see the spring fairy again, no matter how old Paimon got. After all, she's the love of his...
I see.
Oh? Looks like the party's still going strong over here. Are you coming up with more couplets? Need my help?
Stick to hosting, Tone Deaf Bard. If you get involved, you'll only match every couplet yourself and not leave any for the rest of us.
I never knew you had such a high opinion, but the couplet games are all over now. Tomorrow's theme is freestyle.
Do we have to share our...
That's right. If you're not feeling confident, don't worry. It's never too late to register for Venti's Poetry Cram.
I'll sign up.
Oh, me too.
Hold on there, Buster, before you start...
It's as free as the winds that blow. And there's nothing. Give it a try. There's no...
Whoa, that's almost too much. Will you come too, Kelly Roy? Paimon wants to see what you write.
Oh, yes. I'll be there.
Ugh, my nose is starting to itch again. All right, I shall leave you to privately ponder your poems and bid you all good night. See you tomorrow.